Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we received an ultimatum. And in fact, Dusk might actually let us know what it is. So let's go ahead and find out what he's saying real quick. We had better find everyone else and get going. If we keep the Lunis Elru Knights waiting, the people of this village will be the ones to suffer, not us. Indeed, the Lunis Elru Knights have challenged us to come fight them, or else they will kill everybody in this town. So let's go ahead and find Uri, who has stormed off somewhere after finding out that we have pretty much failed to kill the Lunis Elru Knights over and over again. I kind of understand his frustration. Those guys are really annoying about not dying. I can understand now why bad guys are often frustrated when the heroes refuse to die. Default in, and you are also a save point. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Oh hey, it's a horse. It is not a giant chicken that resembles a chocobo. It is a horse. We got a tough-talking kid. That Grandis guy came here the other day, demanding to see what was inside here. He came out after a moment, telling me to stop with the nonsense of playing hero guarding in front of an empty armory. But little does he understand that there is a treasure of the angels in here, supposedly unseen to most eyes, but just waiting to be discovered by those with spiritual sight. I'll guard this place with my life until that day comes. Interesting. Wonder what that is. Elowind was defeated by us in Sepulhan, but it is obvious that he will stop at nothing for our blood now. I guess we Earthling and Elvenian children who have taken it upon ourselves to rail against the Lunis Elru Knights have been in their way for too long. It is up to us and the Divine Mother to protect Elvenia from these alien monsters who have come from somewhere across the stars to devour her innocence like the parasites that they are. This time, we must drive them out of this holy land once and for all, or else we will never win. I am ready to go forth with you as I ever will be. Only Serena may see to it now that the legacy of self-sacrifice and love she carries to all Elvenians will remain in our hearts as we take up arms against evil, one last time, and may the blood of mortal life, whether it be good or evil, be kept from our innocent hands. Hello there, Murder McNasty! Yes, this is RPG Maker 1 on the PlayStation 1. And we are starting to get fairly close to the end of this game. But I tell ya, it's a pretty long game. So far, actually, the longest Let's Play I've done. The previous record holder was Gaiken, which for YouTube was 111 episodes. I believe that this here is going to be episode 115. Also, that door up there will not open. Oh, this is kind of neat. Oh, this is actually really neat. I like how this is handled. You don't see ledges like this in RPG Maker 1 very often. These homes are awkwardly silent. A vaccine. Remind me what vaccines are? Been a while since I've used one. Actually, I may not have ever used one. What is it? Cure poison on everybody. Nope, that's actually a new item. We got a smart, level-headed girl. These allegations of yours are unbelievable, Fox. The sighting of an alien being like this is something that cannot be programmed, categorized, or easily referenced. What is it with kids in media talking like really smart adults. Readily believing boy. You two have got to believe me. It really was an angel I saw on the horizon over in the direction of Paprika Desert. Only, it somehow had the appearance of a monster at the same time. I was paralyzed with fear. I sense a government conspiracy. Open yourselves up to the possibilities of the unknown, you two. Chief Walter? You are straying out of line again with your insane ramblings of the extraterrestrial, Agent Fox. Keep on like this, and the club will have no choice but to take away your badge once and for all. What sort of game are these kids playing? Oh, here's Uri. Let's ignore Uri. Is this Paprika Desert? No, it's just an exit to town. We got a griffled goat. Always forcing tired old men like me to work in the dark, grimy mines, and our poor children can't even sleep in warm beds or fill their empty bellies. What did we ever do to deserve this from that pale-faced cretin? A lot of these buildings are locked. Oh, yes, I need to buy things. Give me a lot of these. Hopefully I do not regret buying that many of those. Miracle tonic, not as important. Ammonia, throat spray. We've almost never had to deal with silence in this adventure. I wonder if I got lucky with that. Affinity fragment. And this girl started talking to me when I bumped into her. Dark-eyed girl. Miss Jersey is very kind. I hope you will bring her back soon so that she can play with us again. And again, bumped into instead of hit a button. Pale, sickly boy with starry eyes. Miss Jersey, she's so pretty. Oh, hi everyone. You look quite serious all of a sudden, Miss Jersey. That slightly freckled face of yours looks much cuter with a smile instead of a grey frown, don't you think so? Oh, well, it's just... Dusk more seriously says, I know, it's difficult to see firsthand your Elvenian brothers and sisters under the direct oppression of the Dark Lord and those who serve him, isn't it? When you lived in Yuzuki, back north, the Lord of Darkness was but an unseen rumor until the day he declared war on the Holy City, and few Elvenians were known to be attacked by demons and wandering monsters on the roads. But here before you... Yes, Well, you see, I think I am beginning to understand that can be a single true purpose that I have been looking to discover all of my teenage life. Now, what have I lived up to this point to find that I must do, no matter what? Just like when Sarah had to become so determined to make it all the way to Ferrisdal all by herself just so that she could help the people of Sepulhan. I, too, may have a similar calling. And perhaps this is it. To be a source of strength for these people, then? Like Sarah tries to be for the dwarves and demihumans? I do not know what I can or should do, but... See how these poor children live in the rags and the filth because Grandis simply wills it so for them? If anything, while I may not know white magic or conventional medicine like Sarah and Tessera do in order to cleanse this poor village or heal those who suffer from disease, I can at least provide a shoulder to cry on. The willingness alone to sacrifice something of yourself for the strength of others is enough to make your wish a noble and conceivable enough goal, Jersey. I am sure that there is something you can do for these people, if you just believe that you are able to. So, will you be leaving us then? Not just yet. I don't even know for sure if this is what I have been led to this point on our journey for. Besides, if I cannot help you first defeat Grandis Marwyn, the man who proclaims himself lord over this village, then I suppose there won't be much I can do for these people. His servants will simply find and kill a stranger to this village like me, unless Grandis himself is banished from the world. But I am sure that somewhere along the way in our fight against Grandis and the Dark Lord, I will find the answer. Serena has led me to this point on our journey, and perhaps I am to go even further. Even if I go as far with you as to vanquish their oppressors, they may still have need of me. Will you heed my desire to return here once I come to my answer? Of course, Jersey. Whether you choose to act as these people's comfort in their final moments of these dark days, or you choose to stay at our side all the way to the end when we face the Dark Lord himself, we will heed whatever decision you have made in your heart. So basically, we're regathering our party members who have gone off to explore on their own. I thought it was just Dusk who did that. Reverend Solemn. That is an unfortunate name. I do not know why Master Marwyn allows us to keep these statues of the four Solus Enzu angels. He always claims that they are an abomination to him, but I'm glad he never tore them down. Just looking upon them inspires a glimmer of hope, doesn't it? All four guardian angels beam happily. Ah. These look nothing like them. Goddess of Faith Chermes, angel whose silver wings shine bright and beautiful with heaven's light. Let me see, Chermes is a blue mermaid. Goddess of Nobility, Ares, angel whose sapphire wings glisten snow white in their feathered contour. Ares is a generic brown-haired NPC. Goddess of Perseverance, Michiru, angel whose emerald wings prevail against the darkness with the wisdom of lasting hope. Michiru is a white ninja girl. White dressed, I should say. Let me fix that in my notes for clarification. White dressed ninja girl. Goddess of Love, Priyan, angel whose ruby wings encompass all in the fiery, passionate embrace of true solace. Priyan is a pink-dressed harem girl. Expecting mother. I worry of what Grandis is capable of doing when he so much as discovers that I am with child. That man is an evil beast who I dare say would think nothing of harming a helpless infant. I hope I can continue to keep my expectancy from showing. Well, so far so good. Girl who is disgusted at the sight of icky monsters. What foul and slimy things are crawling about out there now? Even though Grandis allows us to keep weapons around because he laughingly claims that it would amuse him to ever see us try to defend our homes from monster attacks, I could never think of picking up a sword and getting close to those dark and icky creatures regardless. Okay, weapon shop. Why do these shops and buildings in general not have any music? Ooh. Dragon Hood. An emerald-trimmed hood of brilliant design that can stand up to the intense heat of dragon fire. Dusk's fourth helm. Scale helm. A helm made as defensible as a dragon's scales. Lynn and Harrison's forth him. Moon buckler, shiny jet black buckler in the semblance of a rounded full moon to easily deflect sword thrusts. Uri and Dusk Force shield. Titan's shield. Grand shield that only the half-gods of fantasy lore themselves could wield with skill. Or Lynn and Harrison. King Shiryu. Newly developed four-pointed shuriken that can ninja entire hordes of weaker monsters at once. A generic 7th weapon. Oh, I know this weapon. I saw it in the weapons list. It is a good one. Okay, let's go ahead and grab Uri before we finish up gathering equipment. Or gather equipment at all, for that matter. Man, I don't believe this. We still have not taken care of Wraith after all. Are the Lunis Elru Knights just invincible or something? At this rate, we'll never be able to save your world, Tessera, Priyan. We will just keep fighting them over and over, always escaping with our lives, but never having truly defeated them, until the time comes that we are not so lucky and are killed by Wraith or one of the others. I mean, what is the point? Now that I think about it, what have we even accomplished at all when it comes to helping Elvenia in just one of the many crises that have befallen her? Now then, child, what foolishness is that I hear you speak? I'll have you know that together we have accomplished many good deeds in the face of adversary since we angels first came to the earthling children who unknowingly called for us to come save them from Wraith. In other words, you guys that we're talking to. Don't know why we needed to clarify that. We rid the entire Yuzuki Plains of a terrible curse. We helped Sarah free her mother of dark chains forged of blood and fear. And we even helped defend an entire nation from destruction at the hands of ogres. Why do you become so hopeless all of a sudden? Yes, Uri. What is it so suddenly? Fear? Fear of finally facing nearly immortal beings who harbor such great and evil might when they have determined to slay you once and for all in your fight against them? It is different this time, unlike every other confrontation you've had with the Lunis Elru Knights in the past, isn't it? You aren't alone in that fear, you know. In fact, even the four of you Earthlings together are not alone. We angels of heaven have helped see you through great perils in the past and so forth live to this day when we are so close to Elvenia's moment of salvation. That should prove to you that we at least have a true chance of surviving this present dilemma also. Even the poor oppressed Elvenians themselves, in their seeming frailty, come willingly to your sides to help you in your fight. She nods to Tessera and Jersey. Yeah, but this time the Knights are right. We have got to settle things this time. Perhaps that is true. We cannot continue running from them forever. But know well that even the Lunis Elru Knights are not wholly irredeemable, and even now it is still a self-righteous presumption to deem that they must all die before their evil power can be dispelled. Come on, cheer up, Uri. Either way, there's no need to speak so gloomingly of violence and death, or even of running from our enemies in fear. We'll get through this, okay? And... Tessera places a finger over Uri's mouth to silence him. Do not be so surprised to hear me say these things. After all, I too once harbored these dark thoughts of being unable to escape the fate of living as a destroyer of lives, and you in particular had to convince me that there was no need to think of myself that way. Right? Wink. Alright, I got it. We'll just face them, all of us together, and do so without sinking down to their level of bloodlust and warmongering and such. That's the spirit. Let's go.